been interesting being here for 2 days to learn how much I didn't know as an outsider looking in. I think coming in for my interview, some of the things I was most interested to know was like what actually goes on here, like what are the metrics of success that people are looking at, because from the outside you just see like this area of downtown that you want to walk around because, you know, there's all these folks outside. It's like sort of this intimidating space. But when you come inside, it's like this warm community of people who are committed to this and who have decided that these are the changes that they want to make, and that you're learning that people are getting rehoused all the time. And you're not seeing this line of people marching out of the arch on their way to rapid rehousing. But that's what's actually going on here. So it was great to come in and learn how much people are, you know, invested in this and figuring out the best ways to make change, and knowing that there's so much going on behind the scenes that's really making a huge difference in people's lives, you know, people who are experiencing homelessness, as well as, you know, there's a huge benefit to the city of this organization tackling this problem.
Think of a place and envision one of your most loved relatives being lost in society and nobody can find them, but there's a place out there that's reaching out to help them, and that they're going to give everything that they can to make them feel like they are family again. And that's what Front Steps means to a lot of our clients here.
My caseworker, she helps me with everything. Make sure I got food, she makes sure I got medical, she makes sure my dog, Cookie, has everything she needs. I couldn't survive a day without her.
Having a place like this is something generally humanity needs at all times in every city across the nation. That's my feeling. All people by citizenship rights should have a small, modest living space all their own until they die, and then it reverts back to the government.
I have here working 9 years, and the first day I come in, because the way I see the first day I come here, I put my foot in this place, say, oh my God, this is another world. The people, they need help.
I have a lot of clients that come back 2, 3, 4, 5 years later and thank me for helping them get housing and helping them get off of drugs, get off of alcohol. And I didn't know that I helped them do that. But they come back and they thank me. So a few of them, we saved their lives, OD'd in the shelter. We brought them back to life. So yeah, they thank me for saving their life, for bringing them back to life and giving them another chance. So just happy they're getting housing, and hopefully they'll stay in there for a long time, won't come back. That's one of the main things that I think about. I've been here 18 years, and the process was real slow at first, but here lately it's been going pretty fast. We're getting more people in housing. We used to have so many EMS calls here. Now that we got more people in housing, those EMS calls have dropped, because now they're taking better care of themselves. They have a roof over their heads, and they're not getting sick as much out there in the weather at nighttime, you know, trying to fight the cold and the heat. And now they have a roof over their heads.
Yeah, it is my house key, huh? Yes, ma'am. And actually, I am the longest running client in the Front Steps Housing Program. Not one of them. I'm not bragging or nothing. I've been in the Front Steps Housing Program since January 2008. That's when I first got on case management, January 2008. But I've been housed since like October of 2008. October the 14th, they gave me the keys to my very first apartment at Garden Terrace on South First and Wheaton County.
Best thing I like is when it rains, I don't have to worry about wet, dirty socks and feet. Man, that's so refreshing not to have to walk around in wet socks. If I'd have fell out of the program, I'd probably still be out there wet feet. Of course, it's not fun to try to be blind on the streets and surviving, so.
Well, it takes a village a lot of times to get people housed. And my role might be just one little facet of it. I love this work. I love the clientele. I love the people that I work with.
And July 7th, it'll be 4 years that I'm here, and I keep coming back here because I like giving back to the community and I like helping people who need help.
I love it here, and when I'm here and I'm working with clients and I'm collaborating with my coworkers, I feel like I'm the best version of myself.
I'm really proud of the relationships I've developed with some of the guys in the kitchen. I consider them family, not just clients. I've been cooking for a long time, and if you told me that I'd be working in a shelter 10 years ago, I would have told you you were crazy. And if you told me it was the best job I've ever had, I wouldn't know what to say. So I'm very proud of what we do here. I'm proud to tell people about what we do here.
It's where I'm supposed to be. I like what I'm doing. I love our clients, and I love what I'm doing. I love what the clients do for us.
Given that it's a type of population that needs so much but is often treated not as kindly, it's one of those ways to really kind of get back and be able to work with some people directly who need some help, to get them off the street, to help them restore their lives, to really get back to something fulfilling. Because this isn't the place, that they probably chose to be. One of the things that is a big change is things like rapid rehousing that we didn't have before. I've seen people come in and just be housed when they really, in the past models we've been using, would have stagnated. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. There are certain people who have a really difficult time moving forward through this. And the Housing First model just makes it so they can be in an environment where they can flourish.
My dream was to play football, but I guess that got changed into nonprofit real quick, because it's just like, I love people, and I know like doing this down here makes me feel warm when I leave, because it's like, I do the faces, the comments, the way people act with me of when I help them is just so much more than anything else that I could receive.
So I know that you guys have talked with a bunch of clients and staff around here, and so I can't imagine that I would have anything to add from the frontline experience that those people who are working so closely together on establishing a plan and trusting each other on what decisions they're making and steps forward. It's just phenomenal work that they're doing.
I'd like to go out to a movie with one of my grandchildren, but I can't do that to them here. I don't want my young grandchildren to see what their grandfather's going through.
People's luck can change just like that. A person can get in an accident, get in a car wreck, go to the hospital, get all these hospital bills, can't go back to work, run out of savings, bam, they're on the streets.
Home is home. I pray to God. I hope so.
There's energy, there's innovation, there's ideas, but things cost money. And especially in Austin, where the price of everything is just blowing up, I think it's even more important to continue to have the resources to keep doing the work.
We do some magic here on a daily basis, but I do believe that there's a lot more that we could do for our clients and expanding our programming. So yeah, if you can find it in your heart to give more money, that would be greatly appreciated. And I would invite them all to come and meet with staff and clients inside the Arch to find out what we do on a daily basis.
Thanks for y'all help and y'all contributions, donations, institutions and agencies and nonprofits like Front Steps and all they partnering agencies that's that's all united and networking to help people like me and people it's downtrodden and beat down by the system. It's just disadvantaged and on the outer fringes of society who wouldn't have no other way of having equal opportunity or access to the American dream, or at least a part and parcel to it, having just having a little bit of hope and a chance to succeed, at least as far as getting a roof over your head. That's not too much to ask. It might not be a part of the full American dream, but if you could just help them get halfway with your donations, it's greatly appreciated. It wouldn't be no need for you guys in a perfect world, because everybody would have homes and houses. But unfortunately, we live in a very imperfect world, and you guys are needed. So keep doing what you do, man, because your efforts and your work, everything y'all doing is making a difference. I'm living proof, man.
Y'all straight from heaven. Y'all just God sent. Y'all help me out in every way, and I see where you help all my friends and others just the same way. Thank you very much for everything y'all do for me.
The society is judged on how it treats the most vulnerable, the poor, the old, the sick. And so donating to Front Steps is a way to help the most vulnerable.
So far I've been living in the Arch for about, I would say 6 months. This is a pretty good place. Like as I was calling it before, I was living close to a bridge until I found out about the Arch. So now I feel secure in here. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I know, it is only a chapter of my life. Mostly through suffering, you learn to create, a strong character. So that is happening to me, definitely. When you go to sleep tonight, remember and offer a prayer for me.